You spent over 13 years in school, but somehow no one taught you how to build wealth, avoid debt, or achieve financial freedom. They taught you how to calculate the angle of a triangle, but not how to calculate compound interest. They taught you how to raise your hand, but never how to raise your net worth. So ask yourself, was it education or indoctrination? Stick around because in the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly what school never taught you about money and why not knowing this is costing you millions. And hey, quick question. If you had to choose between being rich or being right, which would you pick? Most broke people choose the second one. The system isn't broken, it was built this way. The traditional school system was designed during the industrial age to create obedient employees, not independent thinkers. That's why they never taught you how to make money while you sleep, how to avoid taxes legally, or how to leverage debt to build assets. They didn't forget. They deliberately left it out. Because an educated investor is harder to control than a scared employee. If that made you uncomfortable, good. Truth isn't supposed to feel cozy. Here's what school should have taught you. Money is a tool, not a goal. Assets mean freedom. Liabilities mean chains. Income buys comfort. Wealth buys time. Want freedom. Learn these three things. Cash flow. It's not about how much you earn. It's about how much you keep and grow. Leverage. Wealthy people use other people's time, money, and skills to grow. Mindset. If you think like a consumer, you'll always serve someone else's dream. Think like an investor and you'll fund your own. And here's a wild thought. If you're not earning while you're sleeping, you'll be working until you die. Let that sink in. Debt can trap you or free you. School taught us debt is bad. But they didn't tell you there are two kinds of debt. Bad debt traps you. Credit cards, car loans, buy, now pay. Later traps. Good debt frees you. Real estate, business, capital, leveraged investing. The rich use debt to grow richer. The poor use it to survive. So here's the bitter pill. If you're scared of all debt, you've already been trained to lose. Time is the most expensive thing you're wasting. You were told to trade time for money. But time is not renewable. Money is. Every hour you spend watching Netflix or scrolling TikTok is a down payment on a mediocre future. Harsh. Maybe. But you didn't come to this video for fairy tales. You came to strategic gains to escape the rat race and build a life that others can only dream of. So here's your moment of truth. Will you keep playing a game rigged against you? Or will you finally learn how the wealthy actually play it? You weren't born to be average. You weren't meant to trade your dreams for a paycheck. And you sure as hell weren't built to work 40 years just to retire on 40% of your income. The truth is, school gave you just enough to stay afloat, but not enough to rise. And now you're standing at a crossroads. One road leads to mediocrity, regret, and waiting for permission. The other, wealth, freedom, and becoming the architect of your future. So what will you choose? Because if you've made it this far, I know something about you. You're not like the rest. You're one of the few who are awake. And those who are awake, they don't wait. They move. If this video lit a fire in you, subscribe right now and turn on notifications. Because here on Strategic Gains, we don't play small. We study what the top 1% do and then we do it louder. Ready to go deeper? Watch the next video on screen. Rich versus broke. The 1% mindset shift that changes everything. It will change the way you think forever. Go now. Your future self is waiting.